So you probably hear more and more about artificial intelligence and AI. It's kind of the big thing in business right now from the technology standpoint. And it's becoming, I talk to people in terms of what they need to be doing marketing wise on the internet, on the search engines. And, for the past year, I've really encouraged people, hey, ChatGPT, Anthropic, Grok, Perplexity, they're becoming a bigger deal as far as needing to get your business in there. But I think we're really reaching a point where how things were back in the early 2000s when the internet was first getting going, where people start realizing like, hey, I need to get a website, because that was kind of the conversation back then. Like I was having to talk to people and be like, hey, would you like to buy a website? And I talked to so many people, and they're like, well, I've been in business for 20 years. I've never needed a website before, so what's the point? And slowly but surely, those people, well, most of those people realized, okay, well, having a website's going to be beneficial. So let's go ahead and do that. And same thing with the search engines. In 2008, I had people saying, hey, I've heard of this new thing, Google, or Hotbot or Alta Vista, and I need to get my website in there. It's becoming a bigger thing. So we started out in 2003 more of a as a website company, and then by 2007, 2008, like the emphasis was more on marketing. It was more on specifically search engine marketing and getting people in Google. So we've been doing that for the past close to 20 years now. And I think we're really reaching a point with how many more people are using AI. Almost everybody that I talk to is using it. People who are older, family and friends of mine who are not, tech gurus by any means, and they're using Google's AI. They're using ChatGPT, and it's kind of a situation where your business really needs to start taking the steps to get in there and getting, if you do your own research and your own homework, you can easily find that getting in AI is a little bit different than getting in the search engines. It's not, all this other SEO stuff and search engine optimization stuff. It's not really the same thing getting into Google as it is getting into the AI platform. So I think it's really, really important. I think it's pretty close to equally as important getting taking steps to get in the chat gpt and the AI platforms as it is with Google. Probably the AI stuff's probably more of a long-term play at this point still, just because Google, to this day, still has the vast majority of the traffic. To this day where we're currently at, April 2026, yeah, Google has more traffic, and you're going to get more customers currently off of Google. But long term, as we go later into this year, as we go in the next year, it's a really big deal to be in ChatGPT, not just to be in there and have visibility, but one of the key things that differentiates ChatGPT from Google is it's not just about visibility. It's not just like, hey, if someone puts in the keyword the chat GPT, oh, they're looking for an auto repair shop in my backyard. You got to convince and persuade the AI that you're an authority for what you do, that you're like someone who's worthwhile to recommend, because that's kind of the key difference. Like you go to Google and you have like all these different options as far as websites go, and then you can kind of pick and choose like what website to click on and who to call. ChatGPT is different because basically the AI is offering recommendations. So like it's a stronger way to get leads. It's like you're asking a friend, hey, I need to get my kitchen remodeled, like who should I go with? So I think the leads from ChatGPT are warmer because you could fake reviews. You could fake reviews in Yelp and Google reviews. You can put up fake reviews, and you can kind of like, put that out there if you want to do that. But it's really hard to fake ChatGPT. It's really hard to fake the AI. And I think consumers are going to start to realize that they might get better quality recommendations or reviews from the AI versus, say, Yelp or how many reviews that you have in Google Maps. So I think consumers on as a whole are probably going to start to look to the AI on who to recommend. So it's like the AI is only going to recommend a few companies. It's not like, hey, here's a list of like 20 companies and have at it. It's the AI is more selective. So it's again a situation where, everybody does the work, but you only have a few winners. So, you have everybody who does the work spends time, spends money, and sadly, the reality is that most people are not going to get a benefit for their resources that they've spent on it. They're going to get nothing for their money. They're going to go. It's going to be a lost cost. So it's really important to get in on this stuff early to kind of get established, to convince and persuade the AI that you're an authority for what you do in your area, and to get in as early as possible because there's only going to be a few spots, and the later you start, the harder it's going to be to kind of get established with the AI. So I think I just think we're at a point where you really need to get in on it. It's going to be extremely important. Like this stuff is the future. Like there's no doubt that this stuff is the future. Not like, for example, like me personally, like when I use it, it's not just like, hey, I ask the AI questions, or kind of like you do a search to kind of look for information for websites that will maybe give you the information that you want. For me personally, it's gotten past that. Like, it's not only do I ask the AI questions, I like debate it now. Like, I'll have my own theories on things, and I'll question the AI. Like, the AI will give me information, but then I'll kind of respond back and I'll say, okay, well, what about this? And here's the fact. And then the AI will sometimes respond and say, you're right. Looking at that piece of information, I'll kind of readjust my opinion. So it's like you can debate this thing, and it causes me to have better information. It causes me to have better tactics in terms of what I'm doing. So this step is definitely the future. And I think it's super, super important to make sure that your business is in there as we go forward before everybody else does.